Alright. Alright. Here we feeling go. We got some good feeling strap to not talk about. No, not talk about. I think this is pretty good news. It's damning evidence. Damning evidence. You know what evidence we just found recently? Hello there, welcome to our first newest folks video. It's not Roblox only. You all know this channel is not only Roblox anymore. It's no longer Roblox channel anymore. Right? At this point, Roblox is a goof, it's a gag. Promo, look at something cool, right? Meta is behind online age verification lobby as stated from different numerous sources, going through piles and piles of files and investigations throughout time. It is found that Meta is one of the heaviest lobbyists in online age verification as a whole, along with MasterCard and Visa and Collective Shout and numerous other companies who were involved in this thing. We found the culprit, right? Payment processors, Meta. Anybody who doesn't know who Meta is owned by Mark Zuckerberg. Mark Zuckerberg still has large ownership over Meta. Long story, it's Facebook. If you're like a 30-year-old, Meta's Facebook. You use Facebook. You know what Meta is. Now, if you're a 20-year-old, you're like, what's Facebook? What's Meta? Meta, Facebook, horrible company, steal data, has been into through numerous different trials, got sued numerous times, lost numerous cases. Meta is lobbying the online age verification mishaps. The Kids Act, COSA Act, the ASSA, the COPPA 2.0, the Screen Act, all of them, are because of not only just Meta, but it's also MasterCard and Visa, and the Energy and Commerce Committee, and Collective Shout. All of these people in common absolutely hate free speech and definitely want a more surveil friendly world. We not only have this, after the merger between Skydance Paramount, we had Paramount Skydance take over Warner Bros. For those who don't know who Warner Bros. Is, Warner Bros. Is a very large company that owns most of the news that you watch. They own most of the news channels or news stations you know. They make the movies that you love, like Marvel. They have Pixar under their wing. They love to work with Disney sometimes, and also has a horrible reputation of screwing workers. Well, guess what? The CEO, or well, the new owner of Warner Bros. Or one of the people, it says right here, it says David Zaslav will receive $887 million as compensation for the Paramount Warner Bros. Merger. Meanwhile, thousands of people are expected to lose their jobs in layoffs after the merger closes. So, you know what that means? The unemployment rate is going to continue to rise. I mean, we already lost 900,000, right? And then we lost a few more thousand. Last month we lost 4 jobs, and last month before that one lost jobs. So I think it's more the rich people are buying out these companies, getting tax write-offs, getting money for those mergers, and then leaving and laying off people, right? Real people, real humans, real families. I can grant about that, but I'm not talking about that today. Then we have the IPAC influenced election that Kat Abu Ghazaleh has to deal with. Kat Abu Ghazaleh is from she wants to basically be candidate for Illinois 09 district, right? For U.S. House. She wants to be Democratic. So as long as we beat Laura Fine, we'll be good. Make sure to vote Kat Abu Ghazaleh for Illinois 09. And for me, in my district, I do have an issue. Is that every single person against Ana Paulina Luna in my district, which is District 13 of Florida and Clearwater, I'm basically almost doxing myself by saying that, but Clearwater is a huge city, and Clearwater is a really huge area. Pinellas County is a very large sector of everything. Everybody knows that. My information is already out there. Not my address, but out there. And the problem is that Ana Paulina Luna in my district is, well, medium level famous. Medium level famous. And every singular Democratic nominee that I've found so far who's against Ana Paulina Luna is a person in their 40s. So I guess Florida is probably screwed in this district. So if any Democratic district, appears in Florida, I'd want to see if the conditions of living there are quite different. So And now, if a Democratic nominee does happen to beat Ana Paulina Luna in these elections, then I guess I might get to live here and see. Let's see what they got for us. Those 40-year-old Democratic nominees that are going up for District 13 in Florida. So you know that sucks, and are probably people who are most likely to vote for the Kids Act, which I absolutely despise against, but nobody cares. That's my personal business. So Plunger or this is post about the recent updates on Boom, right? Boom is the man. Well, Boom is the man behind the Skibbity toilet thing, right? The Skibbity toilet thing that when it exploded, it got viral. Yada yada. I already explained the story years ago when I explained the Skibbity toilet. If I didn't mention it, then I'm sorry. I probably only said it in my Discord server, but if I did put it in my channel, I did mention it at some point. Probably very vaguely, but at some point. Now, I really barely talk about the Frau Boom because the Frau Boom was initially very cringe at first, but then when the Frau Boom started making real animated cinematic scale level animations for the Skibbity Toilet series, I was like, okay, that seems interesting, right? And I didn't want it to be this thing for only kids, right? It became a thing that was not for only kids anymore. Skibbity Toilet became, it was a joke, right? And then it became a full-on cinematic experience. Well, creator of Skibbity Toilet, the Frau Boom, no longer owns his YouTube channel. Now fans are unsubscribing. Invisible Narratives, the IP owner, just removed his username and social links and rebranded the channel with their own imagery after obtaining control of the channel in late 2025. I heard about this. I heard it. I heard the hate on it. And we have bad news. This move comes amidst controversy and protests over the creator's apparent loss of control over the series after leaked DMs showed a creator that felt paranoid, tracked, scammed, and lied to. So this is really bad news. Now, if you, I'm gonna give a little bit of perspective of my own, right? My perspective. So, when you no longer have control over something you put your love, passion, sweat, and tears and blood into, and somebody basically says, haha, I ran off of your IP rights, I'm gonna do whatever now. You know, when people do that, it feels like a sucker punch to your dignity. Like all your passion thrown away. Basura, gone, right? Useless. So, the Boom, if I'm right, now this could be rumors, it will prove itself later, got bought of his IP rights over the control of a series, and basically the company said, yeah, we don't care, we're gonna abandon you, we're gonna do our own thing. I hope that's not true, but if it is, a sucker punch. It's a slap in the face. So, and then it says, Boom, who animated the series himself for 2 years, originally partnered with Invisible in October 2023 to elevate the brand, but now has no hands-on role. Since the protests erupted, Boom has said nothing to reassure fans' worries about his situation. What little he has said points towards unhappiness with Invisible and quiet support for the Bring Boom Back movement. The channel has already lost 100,000 subscribers. I can't even get that amount of subscribers within 1 year. 100,000 subscribers. It's not the worst thing that have happened, but it certainly is really huge. Let me tell you, lots of content creators that I know don't even have 100,000 subscribers. Let me tell you, losing 100,000 subscribers within 1 year, that is nuts. But we're not on that for too long. We gotta talk about this. It's a little bit of irony. I want to talk about this because Japan's Prime Minister, let me say her name right, Minister Takaichi, Prime Minister Takaichi of Japan, said right here in this statement, Japanese polls have shown that over 60% of the country support allowing the current emperor's daughter to inherit the throne. Prime Minister Takaichi stated today that she is against female succession because the emperor's younger brother has a son. Let me tell you, Sanae Takaichi, you are a woman and you are Prime Minister of Japan, the first ever one in history. So you don't want other women becoming and getting into positions of power. Really ironic because she was happy herself when she was elected as Prime Minister of Japan, which, by the way, the very first one of the very first ever. Besides, you know, I know there are nerds out there who are going to tell me, but there's been women Japanese leaders in Japan for a while. Yes, I know. I'm not stupid. I'm talking about modern Prime Minister of Japan, ruled Japan with different organized systems, different political system, different history. Right? Shush, shush, shh. Nerds, you can educate me later in the comments. So, this person tried to stand up against Sanae Takaichi, said, hey, we should make her, well, heir to the throne, the emperor's daughter of Japan, right? And Sanae said no. Kind of hypocrite. I don't know. I don't know. It's probably something to do with females not wanting to see other females in positions of power. Sometimes you see that from conservative women. And let me tell you, Sanae Takaichi loves Donald Trump. She loves Donald Trump. Let me tell you, you ask her about the Epstein files, and I warned you all, literally since 2025, I said Sanae Takaichi is a conservative prick. Y'all voted her in, and guess what? She's cozying up to the Orange Man herself. Wow, that's crazy. Y'all should have friendly listened. I'm not gonna rant about that today. YouTuber Tom Scott is returning to weekly uploads after a 2-year hiatus. His new series will debate on Nebula before being uploaded to YouTube. Tom Scott is one of the YouTube OGs. He's been around for 2 decades, so you know how long that is. Yeah, that's crazy long. That's 2 decades. He's been on YouTube for 2 decades. Like, since its very making. One of the very first users on YouTube, which has continued to stay doing YouTube for longer than everybody else has, besides a few other content creators that have been in the scene, like Hank Green or the Vlogs Brothers, or any people like Smosh and Anthony Padilla. Anthony Padilla has his own thing now. I can go on all day about that, but Terra Bright Games is another one. Anyhow, he's coming back. Welcome back, Tom Scott. We need you. We need people with brains. Every famous person who is now famous now, who is taking over the market, is a bunch of nuisance creators. Save us. Please. Please. Come back. Please. I'm begging you. Please. Humble these guys. Tom Scott's like the only only guy who I can trust who is able to like smart ass somebody, right? Publicly, without fear, right? Not going, I'm scared, right? To keep themselves looking good. Alright. Here's another one. This is a crazy piece of news I saw today. It's Donald Trump's reaffirmation of saying that he needs migrant workers to do his work because of this, right? Here it says, to address farm labor shortage, Trump administration turns to migrant workers. So it seems that throughout deporting so many people who he thought were Mexican or criminal illegal aliens, in the result of firing so many people, he ends up realizing, oh shoot, we actually need migrant workers because there's nobody coming into farm jobs because everybody's too scared to take farm jobs or farm labor or any construction work, right? They usually rely on outsourced third party, third world country workers to help do all these things besides Hispanic populations or Asian populations, right? So throughout deporting so many people, he later realizes, oh shoot, I need actual migrant workers. Oh really, Donald Trump? I wonder. No comment. No comment. No comment. I just... No. 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 Not even going to. Every video of mine has been repeating his name. I'm gonna talk about a different name this time. Mori Calliope. Absolute banger album. Adore the album. Love Takanashi Kira's album. Absolutely peak. I'm making a dark wave trip hop album soon. Dark wave trip hop album soon. Has some synthwave. Might have some cool aesthetic elements of it. Maybe some funk. Maybe some funk. Nerdcore. Who knows? That's all I have to say. And no, you know I'm joking. You know, whenever people hear me say this, that's all I have to say thing, I actually have more to say. I'm just saying that so YouTube can think that video's over. Alright, subscribe to the channel. Alright, I'm gonna say this for the next 30 seconds. Subscribe to the YouTube channel. Subscribe to the YouTube channel. 30 seconds. Subscribe to the YouTube channel. And subscribe to the YouTube channel. Subscribe to the YouTube channel. You gotta subscribe to the YouTube channel. Subscribe to the YouTube channel. Subscribe. You gotta subscribe. If you don't hit subscribe, no. Not sustainable. You gotta subscribe. Subscribe to the channel. 10k goal. Subscribe to the YouTube channel. Alright, 30 seconds of that. Alright, done. Oh, I got the 750 minutes award. Wait, screenshot. No, the screenshot is too slow. Okay. Alright, stay safe out there. Protest non-violently. Best you protest non-violently. Best thing you could do. Don't be stupid. Anyways. I'm trying not to curse in these videos. I think stupid is it's a curse word. It's a very minor curse word, but YouTube doesn't demonetize videos for stupid. Alright. Well, I mean, they sure love monetizing stupid in their application and their platform, so alright.